Wise Guys podcast. Welcome to the last episode of 2024. How's everyone doing? Welcome back. Dolapo's back with his Chiefs hat.
I am.
Yeah, I think it's
Chief.
actually quite fitting that it also matches the Chiefs team colors.
It does.
It's a Chiefs hat. It's like red and white. You're a Chiefs fan. You're a Chief. We are all Chiefs. We're a council of Chiefs.
I'm actually a Falcons fan, but I understand what
It
you
is
mean.
also the Falcons colors too.
It is also
Oh,
the
It
Falcons.
is also the Falcons colors
It
too.
is also the Falcons.
If
I
it's-
guess there's a alignment in the spirits world when it concerns me. You know, with like my culture, with the hat. Well, this is actually not my culture. I'm a culture vulture in this case. But, you know, with the hat that I choose to represent me and with the teams I choose to support. So the universe is one and we are grateful.
Wow.
I find that this is not New Year's related, but that's interesting because, you know, like obviously this is not technically your culture in Nigeria,
No.
right?
Yeah.
But I also understand this where it's like when you leave Nigeria, now you're kind of like when you're in Canada, you're kind of allowed to like
All of
own
Nigeria.
anything in Nigeria.
Yeah,
But in
facts.
Nigeria, you're like, oh, I can only own my tribe.
That is
Otherwise,
facts.
like,
That is facts.
otherwise you're gonna get like, yeah, like, and dude, I feel like I've seen times where I was like in other countries and like a fucking like Asian person will like claim a different Asian culture straight up,
Facts.
like a Chinese person will be like, I'm Korean or whatever.
Yeah.
No one's gonna check him because it's like,
It's
you
like,
know,
yeah, you're more of an authority in that than
Right.
90% of the people around me.
Exactly.
So, actually, there we go. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Now that I've left, I am the authority on all things Nigerian amongst most of my friends. So, yeah, whatever you hear from me is law.
Sounds great. As a Nigerian, I feel like you should be the authority on
Yeah,
that.
well, you know.
I don't think there's anybody else qualified to be the authority on it.
That's fair. Actually, speaking of cultures and just random stuff, I think I was showing you guys that I went for my cousin's birthday and it turned into a karaoke party yesterday.
yes, yeah.
And Luke, you'd be proud of me. So there's someone named B-Way, one of my cousin's friends. She came and like everyone was having fun and we're all drunk and we're singing Nigerian parties and white classics and stuff. And she comes up to me because I'm like the person like organizing the whole thing. And she's like, can I sing like a Chinese karaoke song? And I'm like, yes, but no one will know the song.
Like in Mandarin.
Yes, in
Oh, wow.
Mandarin.
In Mandarin.
In Mandarin. And then I'm like, what's the
That's
name
impressive.
of the song? And she's like, I don't know how to tell it to you so you can type it. She's like, you need a Mandarin keyboard. So literally, to take in this request, I had to download the Mandarin
But you
keyboard.
downloaded the
I
Mandarin keyboard.
downloaded the Mandarin keyboard. We went on YouTube and she played this like Chinese opera. And she sang and she was like, the only way she was going to do it, she was like, if I backed her up because we had like 2 microphones. And I remember everyone in the house was like, whoa, like Dolapo, you know a Mandarin song? Like everyone was super impressed until the song started playing. I just started doing me.
Do you think, Luke? Do you think it's that song that I was telling you about?
Like which one?
The famous classic song.
Oh, the Xiuhua Piao
Yeah,
Piao
Xiuhua
song,
Piao Piao.
It might be. I'll send the song to Devin so he can post it. But I got love for all my mainland Chinese people, and yeah,
That's
we're
hilarious.
inclusive.
That's
We're-
actually such a mainland Chinese thing to do because in China, like everyone goes to karaoke even if you don't want to sing because it's totally normal to just like literally like let's say like 6 people like want to go to karaoke, only one person wants to sing. That's okay.
Yeah.
Like that's an okay party to like go to karaoke with because everyone else will just watch the one person sing.
They'll get drunk. they'll
Yeah,
eat
like
food.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Oh,
totally
geez.
fine. So it's like it's hilarious that she was like, "Yeah, I'll come up and just perform for all of you guys."
Literally, I think everyone was shocked.
Yeah.
no one.
Just to clarify, like she's Nigerian.
no, she's
Oh,
Chinese.
she's Chinese. Okay,
Yeah,
Well, okay,
that's
but
why I
if
was.
she
I
was
thought she was
Nigerian,
Nigerian. I
that's
thought she was
even
Nigerian.
crazier.
That's why I was. I was like, this is nuts.
Nigerians
way
are
She's
crazy.
Chinese.
Yeah, she was
She's
Chinese.
like the one
Yeah.
Chinese amongst Nigerians.
Yes, like
Okay.
there was a couple other cultures, but she was the only Chinese person. Oh, jeez, but yeah, sorry, that was a tangent.
No, that's fun. That's fun.
That's great though. That is great.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to all our listeners. Thank you for listening to us past Christmas as well. Christmas was literally like this past week. I know we all did stuff on Christmas. Luke, you were at your parents. You went to go see your mom as well. I went to go see my parents too. How was Christmas for you guys? What do you guys do?
Well, I think Christmas is especially significant for me because, like I shared with the team before we started the pod, I have lost all sense of self, space, and time over this period. And so I am just a man floating and things are happening. And this is one of those few times in the year where that can happen. And so I'm extremely grateful to just be able to float through existence. So I've had an incredible and awesome time these past couple of days.
I could not co-sign this enough. Honestly, like, no, there's something to be said about, like, our culture is just always work.
Geez.
But you have these 2 weeks at the end of the year where you can pretty much just screw off.
Yeah.
You know, depending on obviously what you do. I understand that, right? But no, essentially you can get a break from it all, and it's really refreshing. Yeah, I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah.
I think it's a thing to not take for granted, because you won't always get it like this.
Never.
You know?
And I feel like none of the other holidays are like this. Like summer isn't like this.
No.
Like I feel like
Not anymore.
Yeah, like not anymore. Like Christmas is just that one time where kind of like everybody in corporate isn't working. It's like that time in the year where like 80% of the world is not working at the same time. Like every other holiday or any other like there's still a decent amount of people still working. But like people in China, even though it's China, people in India, I'm joking. Like, you know, it's just they don't believe in Jesus and stuff. But like, you get what I mean? I'm digging myself in the hole. But yeah, just say most of the Western Hemisphere is all on break at this time, and so yeah, it's been great. Spent a lot of time with my cousins, with my mom, my sister, seeing people I only see once a year. So yeah, it's been great. And I guess one other thing before I pass it on. Like, I'm getting old, and I find myself transitioning into an ethnic uncle around my my younger cousins and like even older cousins too. I'm asking.
So you're trying to scam them? Or?
I'm not scam them. I'm asking every. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this how you think of ethnic uncles?
You reach a certain age as a Nigerian when it's just like, this is the one thing on your mind.
Oh, jeez. No. I'm just like one of those uncles that comes to the function and asks everyone when they're getting married and why they haven't gotten married. And I'm looking for. I'm believing that
You're
2020.
so annoying.
I know. I'm like 2025. I believe is your year, and so I want to make sure you get married. I forget to buy presents for my little cousins, and so I stuff money in their pockets and their palms. You know, just like that's the type of ethnic uncle I met.
How much are we giving our cousins? Like that's
well, it depends on the age.
Dolapo and I had a conversation about
me and
that.
Arya and I kind of came up with the benchmark for.
Good answer.
Yeah, so it's like lower than $5, you get $10.
Yeah.
So did you actually? Because the conclusion we came to was they're all gonna be. You have to give them all the same amount if they're going to be all together.
Yeah. So yeah, like in the one family, there was like they range from like 15 because my mom has 8 siblings. Okay, let me just say that. And
he had an expensive like cash gift.
But yeah, so it's like one of my uncles has 5 sons, and so
Jesus Christ.
and my other aunt who is there has 5 daughters. So this is $5 didn't get anything. 5 sons because they're all older than me. So 5 sons, yeah, they all got the same amount. And then like I had another cousin, they're twins, but they're both under 5. They got a lower amount. And then I have like a third set of cousins, they're also under 5. And they got the same amount as well.
Okay, but they were not all together when you gave them the
not
gifts.
all together.
Because when no matter what the age difference is, if the little kid little kid's gonna be absolutely over the moon with $5-10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But if they see their older sibling getting
Nowadays.
20, now it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, now it's gonna be a real problem. It's gonna be a problem for you actually.
Yeah, it is. I will say I felt like the under 5 kids knew money. I don't think they knew the difference between like currencies and like what it could get. So that also helped. But yeah, the kids over 5 definitely know money and they know what $20 and $10.
But also, I feel like if you did it like secretly with each an individual one, it makes it feel like, oh man, he's gifting it to me compared to everybody else.
But then yours is a direct like lower amount.
No, but then they wouldn't say anything. They'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna tell anybody.
Well, if they're brothers, Like, you know, like the group of people that we're talking about, they're all gonna go in the car and be like, "Oh, I got some money. Like, how much did you get? How much did you get?"
It blows up when the aunt or when their mother is like, "What did Uncle Dolapo give you?" Yeah. And then they're like, "I got a 20." Wait, what? You got 20?
I got 100. Like, what? I'm not that rich, guys. Like, I don't have that much. But yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, those are some of the stuff I did during the holidays. All right, what about you guys?
I also want to point out I've been telling Dolapo for the past like 12 or like 18 months that he's slowly becoming an uncle.
Yeah.
And this is on record. I think I said it on a pod too. Yeah. So I'm glad you come around.
Yeah, I think I'm coming around. I think even my girlfriend was saying it too. She's like, "Oh my gosh." And she's like, "I'm unhinged like one too." So
yeah, no, you most definitely are.
She's like, "The more
you're predisposed for uncle stuff."
Dolapo, do you want children?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be a mixed bag. We'll see what happens. You guys check in with me in 10 years. Oh jeez, but yeah, shout out to little kids, shout out to little cousins, shout out to family.
Shout out to family, man.
Shout out to fam.
My Christmas was nice, relaxed. Well, I mean, you know, making plans depends, right? But no, it was cool. I went to go see my mom. I went to go see my dad. Got to see some nephews, some nieces. The kids are always the sweetest part. I feel like the pain that you go through to set up the holidays and like get gifts and do all that is worth it when, you know, you see the kids and, you know, you interact with them. They're all like super hyped to see you and everything like that. And then it all ends one day. And it's just like the best fucking feeling in the world. You know, you're just like, okay, there's no more events to go to, no more gifts to buy, like nothing like that. And you just feel nice and relaxed. So yeah, mine was pretty smooth. I can't lie. I didn't really have like a bumpy holidays this year.
It's true. Like when you're like a kid, the holidays is such like a carefree time.
Yeah.
But then like as you get older, you're thinking about like making plans and balancing like expectations for plans and stuff.
And paying your credit card bill.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this. This business is ridiculous. Like
this is 4 times in the span of a minute.
I have not picked up their call, and the first 3 times they rang, and then they're gonna call me.
Put them on blast.
Is this
put them on blast?
No, it's like the company that was supposed to email me about
the
update about
that's
the order.
Right about a thingy.
But it's also like again. If you call a customer 3 times in a row, by the way, not like with like not even with a 5-minute, they're probably gonna call again right now.
I heard it. It was like 3-4 times.
Yeah, they're probably gonna call again right
60
now.
seconds.
But it's like again, like don't call someone like 4 times in a row. That's ridiculous. What are we doing here?
We won't put you on blast because we're still dealing with you guys right now. We need something from you, but after this, we'll put you on blast.
Yeah. I've generally had good experiences with this company, so I mean, this time is like
an outlier.
They're just very eager to help.
Yeah, we'll see how
like
it ends up going. You know, yeah. Usually when a company is this eager to get in contact with you, something's wrong. Like I was gonna say, I don't think it's because you know
they're like All-Star sweater.
Yeah, it's not because they're so excited to like, you know, like give us an update about an order. But yeah, sorry, the holidays. I'm sure, you know, they're contending with shit during the holidays too.
I think if they call one more time, you pick it up on air.
Don't do that.
Yeah, how was your holidays?
Yeah, it was good. Spent Christmas morning with my girlfriend's family, and yeah, I was telling the guys, I think
Is your first white Christmas?
This is my first white Christmas,
yeah.
And I knew it was like a first white Christmas because I posted like a photo of the Christmas tree at my girlfriend's house, and several of my Asian friends messaged me and were like, "Whoa, is this what a white person's Christmas is like?"
Absolutely. I've never seen my Christmas tree has never been as full as it was in that picture.
Yeah.
I knew you had a white Christmas because you walked in the door with like 100 gifts. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah.
Like, that doesn't happen in ethnic
I got like 3 gift cards on my Christmases. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't worry. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what gifts I got from my parents after. But, so yeah, like, you know, we wake up and like I think they were like, okay, we're gonna eat like cinnamon rolls, and then like they gave me like a stocking stuffer, which I didn't know what like a stocking was. I like straight up did not know what a stocking was, like not even like never gotten one. So yeah, like there's like, you know, scratch cards and like all these other things, and we open them up, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna like have like breakfast and like mimosas and stuff, and then we open gifts. And dude, it was like I look at all the gifts and I was like, is this like for like I don't know, like your entire extended family? And they're like, no, it's just for like this specific gift exchange plus the stuff I'm gonna bring home for like Arya and Dolapo. And I was like, that's crazy. And like, yeah, they opened everything. Dude, like for my girlfriend's mom, they went out and got this like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, you know, like sometimes you walk into the movie theater and there's like a statue.
Yeah, like a cutout.
They effectively not like a cutout, like a plastic like statue. Like that's
like a wax figure kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. They got
what?
them like a M&M wax figure thing that had like a snack tray that was holding a snack tray.
M&M.
Like no, like a.
Okay.
How big was it?
Not the wrapper. The
like
snack.
How big was it?
The chocolate.
It's like this big. Like it's
like the ones you get at the M&M
and
shops.
she was excited about bringing it to the basement and setting up her movie theater this year or whatever, and filling it with snacks and stuff. I was like, yeah, I mean, that's nice and wholesome. Yeah. And her family got me really good gifts. They got me like base layers for skiing, which like I actually don't have like the best base layers. I just have them from Costco. So they got me that. Her sister got me this hat. My girlfriend got me this painting where like last year for my birthday, she took me to this cottage and we went to this art gallery and we were looking at the paintings and I was like, oh, these are so sick. And I was like, okay, maybe we should get one. And I saw the price tag, it was like $300 and I was like, never mind, I don't want to buy one anymore. And she got me one of those paint. All this to say, like, I think I was telling like her, I was like, I think I got more gifts from like you and your family than I probably have like
ever.
like the Christmas, birthday, anything, right? And
Damn,
then
I need a white Christmas.
I'm saying, like, jeez.
it was very nice, very, very cute. And then I get home for like we do like Christmas dinner at my parents, and my sister's boyfriend comes, and you know we're giving my mom their gifts and stuff. We got her like a Lulu set and like a bunch of other shit, and then she's like, okay, like here's your gifts, right? So as you guys know, like we go skiing and stuff. So like, you know, if you go skiing, you typically you have ski gear and stuff. And like my mom knows this. Like I sent her photos, like, you know, like whenever we go skiing, I'm like, guys, let's take some photos. Why? Because I gotta send it to my mom. And all of these
This
photos,
is very true.
in all of these photos, I'm wearing my full ski gear. So she gets me like a pair of gloves from like Costco. And I was like not even like to be that guy, but like they're like the shitty gloves. And I was like, but like, you know, I have ski gear. Like, why would
Luke has like really nice, expensive combi gloves for
like,
context.
you know what I mean? Like, I was
does
like,
not need a replacement.
Right, I have like ski mitts that I got last year. Like, she knows I got them because I remember buying them and we were talking about it. I think I might have gotten them when I went with her to Costco. So I bought like the more like, you know how Costco, they usually like if they're selling one thing, they have like a lower end version and a more premium version. So it's like she saw me buy the more premium version and then like 6 months later. But then you know what? It's not a bad gift because I can give it to like whoever we go skiing with. A lot of people don't have gloves.
Right.
Terry and Ryan didn't have gloves. If I got the gift earlier, I could have given it to them to use. So actually, you know what? Like, not the worst gift. Yeah, I've probably gotten.
She got your communal item for Christmas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but I
Shout
thought
out
that
to
was
Mama
funny.
Zen.
It's like the most Asian parent thing where it's like I vaguely know that you go skiing, so like I'm gonna get you something like summer related. And I think they got my sister or my girlfriend like a hand cream or something.
That's cute.
Cute. Like, I mean, my mom
I know they got that from P-Mall too.
Yeah, and I was like my girlfriend was so stressed about buying stuff for like my mom and my dad. I was like, first of all, my dad is not gonna give a fuck whatever you get him. He's just gonna be like, you're gonna get him like, dude. I was like, you get him like a Tim Hortons mug, he'll be like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean? But then like I was like, no matter what you get my mom, and I was like, I guarantee you this. Keep the gift receipt because she is going to ask for it, and she asked for it.
Really?
I was like, at this point, like I'm like, dude, like me and my sister always get her something just so she's like, oh, like didn't give me a gift card, but it's always like, let's just worry about the value of the item and not like the item itself because she's gonna want to go and like pick her own thing anyway. So
that's cute.
that was Christmas. It was first white Christmas, which was nice.
I'm jealous, by the way.
I'm really jealous.
Yeah, like it seems like he did it right.
He's
enjoyable experience,
he's living the American dream.
Honestly,
yeah,
like,
fucking hell of an experience.
married into the or dated in the American dream.
It was it was good.
Yeah, no, shout out to your girl. She got me
She got
a
us gifts
really
too.
great present, and like I guess just on the present, like have you guys noticed? And maybe I guess it doesn't apply to Luke, but like me and Arya, the more ethnic people, I'm joking. We're past the age now where we get presents, and we're at the age now where we have to give presents.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's kind of like, oh, like you're going to go see your family, like
Yeah.
you have, and like I don't know, like you know, you guys are Canadian, like I'm Nigerian, like Nigeria, that was not a thing. Like, you know, so it's been like I remember me and my girlfriend, like we sat down today and we're like, because you guys are obviously awesome, your girlfriends are awesome, they got us presents, and I was like, babe, like I feel like next year, like we gotta step it up, you know? Like I think we have, it might be the first time in our lives that we have friends who actually love us and get us gifts. Like we need to reciprocate. It's getting kind of ridiculous at this point. So yeah, no, it's just wonderful. But yeah, like I've reached the age where I need to get presents.
I was gonna say you can treat me and Arya like your cousins, but we want like the 26-year-old category of cash.
Yeah, no,
we're not getting that.
I need $150.
We're not getting the
in
15.
my RSP.
Yeah, both of you make more than me or as much as me, so there's no cash gifts. It's all Sensi gifts for you guys.
I want your $250 rebate that you're gonna get from the government.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Yeah, you guys get a free Tim Hortons meal on me.
Tim Hortons meal.
That's hilarious.
What a blessing.
That's hilarious.
I'm still gonna take you up on that though.
You're so
Essential.
right. Last year was the first year that I did like an adult Christmas where I went to the functions and I had to get gifts for everybody, and then I wrapped it. Like, for the past 2 years, you see me wrapping gifts. I come down with a bunch of gifts, I put it in a box, and I go like Santa Claus to my parents' house. You know, and it's that was new to me last year.
It's usually the other way around. Like,
it's usually the other way around. I was like, now, okay, like I'm living away, you know, like I'm making money. I gotta like get everybody something, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. And the bills, they rack up. they rack up.
I swear, like I had my whole December planned, like financially, and then last week, like this past week, it was just like, huh?
Don't even try to. You can't plan Christmas.
You can't
plan Christmas. You learn that after the first year.
Yeah, but like no, it's good though. It's all good. We're not broke.
Anyways, as we're rounding out the year, I have some fun. Well, I mean, some interesting things to share. So every year, Times does a bunch of year-end lists. Some very cool stuff. We're not going to go through everything today. You know, they always do like most influential people. They do the top. People from each kind of different category in business and art and entertainment, whatever it is. And then they also do the 200 best inventions of the year. So we're looking at the 200 best inventions of 2024, and we're obviously not going to go through all 200 because that would be absolutely ridiculous, but I've narrowed down maybe a few of them that we could just kind of talk about and present and see what you guys think. I want to see if you guys would get these things, if you would, you know, find interest in using them. Only one of them is really like a consumer level thing, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. So right off the rip, the very first thing that we're going to talk about is the Trulu. So I'll read the article from Time Magazine. So this is an AI powered toilet seat, Toy Labs Trulu. Okay. Every bowel movement contains clues about your health, which is why doctors often ask patients for stool samples. Now, imagine if your bodily waste could be constantly monitored, tracked, and analyzed, creating a more holistic look at your health. Enter Toy Labs Trulu, an AI-powered toilet seat that optically scans your stool and urine for concerning changes. It looks like a normal toilet seat. It fits on your existing toilet, and it's currently used in more than 50 senior living facilities. Alerts and data are currently delivered directly to care personnel in such facilities. The company has plans to release a user-facing app. Quote, I liken it to a team of doctors that can peer into your toilet bowl every day, says device inventor Vic Kashyap, founder and CEO of Toy Labs. I thought this was really cool right off the rip. For those of you who don't know, there's a company out there called BioBot Analytics, and it was co-founded by my brilliant cousin.
Shameless plug.
But anyways, and you know they do this essentially, but they do it on a larger scale. This is the first time I've seen it kind of, you know, personalized, and it's $350 for the item itself, and there is a $15 per month subscription fee. You actually get the first month for free if you buy the item. So you $15 a month for the monitoring. That's the subscription cost. Would you buy?
I would refer to one of our previous episodes about Luke taking a shit during the marathon, I would absolutely get it for Luke and any other marathon runners. Like, to make sure, like, you're tracking your diet and, like, your whatever, your exercise, make sure, like, things are going well. And even for me personally, there's sometimes you go in the washroom and you're like, whoa, what just happened in there? Like, imagine you got an alert or notification email and like, hey, buddy, like,
I was gonna say, like,
interesting session. We noticed, boom, 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 and like this is like immediate too, right? So it's like,
it is the boom, boom,
The boom boom.
yeah. I just, there might be people listening that might not be, like as comfortable with me just talking about shit all willy nilly. So yeah, we're just gonna use boom, boom. And then be like, and like the great thing is, I guess it's like within like 24 to 36 hours or some shorter time frame. Yeah. And like within that time frame, you're going to remember everything you ate and most of the stuff you did, like for the most part. And, you'll be able to figure things out. So I think it'd be great, You
know what I thought was really cool about this? So multiple people can use, like it can handle multiple people in a house.
I was going to ask how.
So with Bluetooth on board, Trulu can differentiate individuals using the toilet if they bring their smartphone into the bathroom with them. So you set up your individualized profile, and Trulu will keep your toilet sessions separate from your family members or roommates.
Dude, I thought it would be so much more. Sorry, before I get
split this.
Before I get immature, I just want to say this is.
No, I think you should.
I'm gonna get very immature in 1 second. I was just gonna say, I think this is brilliant because I think there's actually like a lot of illnesses where like you have to be in assisted living facilities because they need to actually monitor your stool samples and stuff like that. And this enables like people who can afford this to maybe have a more comfortable situation where they can live at home and they can get this thing. And then they don't have to always be in like an assisted living facility or like a hospital. So it's like, and obviously, yeah, to your point, like if you're like a mega athlete and you want to like track your health through your stool, which is, I'm sure there's a lot of scientific backing there. But I was thinking two things. One, it'd be hilarious because one, after every Osmos order, this toilet's like, I'm calling the hospital right now. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what the fuck going on.
This is not normal. Like, ambulance is coming. And the second, I was going to ask, like, how can it tell between people? Because I thought it would be funny if it was like actually pressure censored. So it's like, it tracks like your sensor. And then like, how like sometimes you have that bathroom and you're like, ooh, like this is my bathroom. I don't want other people to touch it. It'd be hilarious if like other people sat on it. It's like warning, like ass not detected. You are not allowed to shit here.
I'm glad you mentioned that because there's a thing here that says, what about guests using the toilet? Trulu can be configured to only actively monitor a toilet session when it senses a known Bluetooth signal. Also, the seat has a button that deactivates automatic monitoring if in that mode when a guest uses the toilet. So for privacy reasons, they can do not take a picture of my asshole right now.
Yeah, some guests might not want to do that. That's actually fucking right. I think this would be great. Like, like even my mom, like, put in my mom's house and it's like, Mom, like, like, Mom, what's going on? Like, I would get the notifications, obviously, not her. They're like, well, what's going on here? Like,
your wife's gonna get you one of these. Arya, you haven't been sticking true to the diet, man.
No,
it's seen some McDonald's in here.
So, if you guys are curious about exactly how it, monitors,
I'm not curious
because it's all optical. But I'll say,
it's
it's an optical sensor. So it's just a scan. It's just a scan. It doesn't take samples and like look for like.
Okay, I'm skeptical now.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
Well,
I'm feeling scammy.
I can imagine this is also why it's only in like 50 senior living homes right now because that's a limitation, right? Like so this is what the optical sensor picks up, right? So a variety of different biomarkers such as stool color, consistency, frequency, urine color, clarity, frequency, and the presence of red color, which are all very important visual markers, right? Like when doctors tell you to, check your stool at home, they're telling you to check for these things, right? This just does it for you more efficient.
But I also feel like if it's like for the everyday person, it doesn't really like speak as a huge advantage for me. If like, let's say I do have a health concern, then I'd be like, okay, you know what, this might be a good investment. Yeah. But also the thing that sketches me out mainly is that the whole like data capability of it. Like imagine like this company is like taking all your data and they're like working with other companies that are working with like food companies and they're selling your data and they give you specific ads based off of your nutrition or how your bowel is
Yeah,
working.
1000%.
Dude, what's
So,
scary?
There's a piece on the website about data privacy as well. So
Yeah.
how does Toy Labs protect my privacy? Toy Labs takes effort to ensure privacy is maintained at all times, including complying with HIPAA under U.S. regulations. So that is like the confidentiality in your medical information. At no point does the downward facing they specified. At no point does the downward facing image sensor capture private body parts, nor does truly become active until you're in close proximity to it.
What if I'm hung like that though, man? Like, how can they ensure that?
Then they're gonna mistake your dong for a turd. That's what's gonna happen.
There we go.
Equally important, your information related to each and every toilet session is completely de-identified.
That's what I
From
was
data
gonna say.
capture to analysis to storage, with all collected data fully encrypted and housed on HIPAA compliant servers. The seed itself does not carry your name or location or other identifiable information, so your identity and privacy are protected. In short, every possible measure is taken to secure the data in both transit and at rest from the time and collection and on.
Yeah.
So I hope that kind of dispels that. That is good to know.
I mean, it doesn't. What Davin said is right. I work with HIPAA and PII data. Like, they will take your data and they will sell it for ads and they will give you targeted ads. I guess what that's saying and the nuance to understand there is they're not gonna know it's. I'm not gonna mention your full govy, but they're not gonna know it's completely scrubbed. Like, there's no name,
Anonymous.
there's no date, but all like your data, your stool color, and all of that. It's just gonna be like person 1258999. Like, you know, shits all this time has so like that's so like you are gonna get targeted ads. Like, it's like, and they are gonna sell your data to some food companies.
There's no one's gonna know it's you.
Yeah, no one's just gonna know it's you. And I was gonna say, like, on the flip side to that, like when Luke spoke about Osmos, like this might give us the data that we need to shut down
Osmos.
We're not gonna shut down Osmos.
We actually love Osmos
We
too.
love Osmos.
Despite Osmos, despite all the pain that you put us through, I love you.
Come back.
This
We come back.
is a one-sided abusive
I was
relationship
gonna
with
say,
Osmos.
absolutely abusive relationship. But yeah, you'd be able to shut down. Like, yeah, think about all the food poisoning, like stuff that you get. Like, you'd literally have evidence now. It's like I don't know, but yeah.
Well, let's move on.
Let's
Let's
not
move on.
delegate
We're
this.
done talking about poop.
Okay. Ooh, this is good.
So this one's a good one. Groundbreaking cardio replacement. So this is the Bivacor. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Total artificial heart.
Okay.
Bivacor is it's a company that makes this artificial heart, right? So this is the article. Almost 25 years after his father died of heart failure, Australian biomedical engineer Daniel Timms is trying to revolutionize cardiac care. Timms' company Bivacor makes an artificial heart that, just like the real thing, can propel blood through the body. As a part of an ongoing feasibility study, 3 U.S. patents this year received Bivacor's hearts, which kept them alive long enough to wait for donor organs, which is pretty
It's
cool.
pretty insane.
That's pretty cool.
I wonder
That result is remarkable, Tim says, but his ambitions are even bigger. If short-term trials are successful, Bivacor will test whether its heart can work indefinitely, perhaps eliminating the need for live organ transplants altogether. This device didn't exist for my family, quote, Tim says, but it could be life-changing and life-saving for others.
Yeah, no, like,
This is very cool.
this is
very, very cool.
absolutely
That's insane.
incredible. Like, just I guess it's like one of the first steps into bionic men. I'm joking.
No, it is.
No, but it is. But
It really is.
Like, no, like, I think this is like totally insane. This is like ultimate evidence of human ingenuity.
That's crazy.
And just like innovation at its finest. Like, just being able to, like, create a
You know what it looks like? It looks like a turbocharger or a supercharger for a car.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
kind of cool.
It looks
Yeah.
like a car part.
Yeah.
I'll give you some details on the device from their website alone. So the Bivacor TAH represents a paradigm shift in artificial heart design. Current TAH technologies utilize volume displacement pump designs with flexible polymer diaphragms to pump the blood. In contrast, the Bivacor TAH is an electromechanical rotary blood pump. The primary design innovation in the Bivacor is its simple construction with one motor and a single magnetically levitated rotor that simultaneously pumps blood to both the body and the lungs.
That's crazy.
So this is capable of providing high flows over 12 liters per minute, enough cardiac output for an adult male undergoing exercise.
Incredible.
The pump operation is driven by a smart controller that adapts to changes in the patient activity and cardiac output demand. It's durable, so there's no valves, no flexing ventricle chambers or pumping diaphragms, and no mechanical bearings. Non-contact suspension of the pump rotor via magnetic levitation. Just FYI, that's the shit that the Japanese use to make really fast-moving bullet trains.
Yeah.
And that eliminates mechanical wear within the pump. Constructed from titanium based on its material properties of high biocompatibility, corrosion resistance, and strength. It's also very small, tiny, compact, and it's portable. A small external controller combined with a rechargeable battery system supports untethered operation from an AC power source to enhance patient mobility and freedom of movement.
So this is like, because I was just kind of like curious how long they had the hearts. Like the one that come up here is like he had this for 8 days before he got the transplant. So from what I understand, this is like also fundamentally different from a pacemaker because a pacemaker is attached onto your heart.
Actual heart, yeah.
And so this is like in a
Full
way
replacement.
it's like a full it's a full replacement, which is insane. Like to think about, like, because I mean, like in the past we've had like devices which like gigantic devices that would connect your whole body that could help the heart, and then those got smaller. I don't know if there's like an artificial heart in a hospital. Like, is there like,
there
can you
is.
get that? Like where it's connected kind of like to a big machine? Like,
They're ventilators. So this was the
Okay,
thing that
makes
we
sense.
were having a shortage of during COVID, right? These ventilators to help people breathe and essentially connect to their heart and essentially, help
I
them.
mean, a ventilator is different from a heart, but yeah.
But it does the same functions essentially, right? When your heart's not working and your lungs aren't working and you're not able to breathe, they put you on a ventilator and you're able to breathe. Now you won't, like, there's some people that can't survive without the ventilator, right? Also in the past, there's been something called the Iron Dome. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
The
But
Israeli defense.
no,
Okay.
it's like I don't even know if it's called the Iron Dome,
an iron heart,
an iron cage or something like that. But it's this huge. There's this one article of this guy who lived in it pretty much his whole life. But
I think
it's this
the-
large tube. Yeah, no,
it might be
that's not-
the iron lung you're thinking.
the iron lung. I think that's what it is. And basically, like, they put you in it and it keeps you alive, but you survive inside of it. This is the first time that this technology is small enough to actually like be inside of your body and keep you breathing, keep you leaving. And they did it for 8 days, which is impressive. Like, that saved the guy's
I'm
life, and then he
surprised.
got
Like,
a fresh heart.
That's a
after
pretty
that, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's still
Yeah.
clearly a temporary solution
yeah.
because it's they're trying to. But if it does become long term, that's when the bionic man comes into play. Think about it.
Yeah.
this is
This could
progress.
lead to immortal human beings.
Yeah, like extension of
You
life.
know, you have a Neuralink and you have this heart inside of you. Stay
Yeah.
alive forever.
Well, yeah, like it'd be incredible. I think, yeah, just like insane. Like I'm seeing like the four. I did like first year biology or anatomy, but like I remember there's like the four things that, you know, like your heart has to like take blood in and take blood out, like that connects to the veins and the arteries, and this has that, and so like it's got the rotor. Obviously, it's gonna be a little interesting because, like, you know, it works with like a battery and power, and like, you know, it's like an electromechanical system. And so, like, you know, or electromagnetic, I'm tripping actually. So I think this is just incredible. And I'd love to see Bivacor, like, you know, extend this. I remember when they told us that they put it in pigs. That was like a year and a half or 2 years ago. And good to see. I was checking. Apparently there's like 2 humans that have had this in them. So yeah, more power to them. And yeah, I would love to see the progress of this going forward into 2025.
Yeah, very cool. Shout out Bivacor.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one last one. I thought this one was very interesting. This one I think was of particular interest to Dolapo as well. But predicting natural disasters. So there's this company called X Bellwether. It's an alphabet company. But basically, this is the article. When the National Guard wants to see the scale of a natural disaster, it flies planes over a site, then analyzes the images. What once took 12 hours now takes minutes, thanks to Bellwether, a project incubated under Alphabet's Moonshot Factory X. Bellwether, which calls itself the first prediction engine for Earth and everything on it, pulls insights from images using AI. The system analyzes 600 different layers of geodata, including vegetation levels, wind speed, precipitation, in its machine learning models. The models include 20 years of data and run thousands of what-if questions to try and figure out the chances of a flood, fire, or other natural disaster striking. But it's more than that. Before you get to, and this is a quote, before you get to sexy AI, you first need to organize all of this Earth observation data. And that was from Sarah Russell, who founded Bellwether in 2019. Alongside the government, insurance companies are using Bellwether to better understand the scale of damage caused after a disaster and how much to insure areas for in the future. Russell says Bellwether may spin out from X within a year.
Yeah, no, this is
insane.
Another like
Insane,
completely incredible stuff. I know, like me and Luke, were having a conversation. I think everyone was involved in this, and I was talking about, hey, I want to construct some kind of swap or like, a trade where I can bet on natural disasters happening and, make some money off of the interest rates. The insurance policy skyrocketing, which is, maybe not the most ethically straight trade, but like it's certainly something to be thinking about. And like, I'm glad, like, there's actual scientists and knowledgeable people, like, working on this in the sense where like natural disasters are only going to become more frequent and more common. I think we've seen that, like, just in like our daily lives, like with the hurricanes. And I know there's this big thing about like, governments kind of bailing them out. Spending millions of dollars. The U.S. almost shut down the other day, like, because they're trying to pass a bill to send hurricane relief, and they're trying to stuff a bunch of other interesting things in it as well. And I think just being able to understand like our environment better and being able to preempt some of these things, man, is going to save so much cash. It's going to help inform the insurance policies. Like, if to live in like a coastal property somewhere that's like maybe even basically below sea level, like costs you 5 times than it is to live like somewhere that's not that, guess what? People won't live there. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's that easy, in my conspiracy theory bag, like, I'm very skeptical about what's the name of that place? It's not Blore, Liberty Village, or and Harborfront. Like, I don't know.
Oh, because it's at the bottom of the basin.
Yeah, but like it's a lake, so like we're not too worried. But like if that was like the sea,
we saw ocean, flooding this year.
Yeah, and there was flooding. But like like stuff like that, like if we're able to better predict it and get better information, like it would make it easier. And sorry, one last thing I want to say
before we move on.
Before anybody else says this, and it's not that we don't have access to the information now, or we can't get these insights. It's about how long and how much it costs, right? Like, will a real estate firm, like, or real estate brokers, like, be willing to spend that much money to get that information? They're like, something like, I won't say like they flipped the dice, but like, these are just the trade-offs that people are doing. But when someone like Bellwether comes in and they're like, hey, something that took 12 hours and a plane, like, what the fuck? Like, like, hopefully they can use like a $200 drone and like, some AI models to like figure that out, then that significantly reduces the cost. And then like, hopefully it costs under $1,000, and every real estate developer and every government can be like, hey, like, this is mandated. Like, you need to be able to do a, what's it called? Like, natural disaster feasibility study, and like, be able to actually consistently track this. Because you can do a feasibility study 25 years ago, and 25 years later, like, the whole, like, a decent amount of things have changed, right? So, I don't know. I think this is incredible. I think it's going to have a big impact on real estate and insurance, and very excited to see how this continues to grow.
You don't even need drones. This satellite image is enough.
Exactly.
And then you run your AI, your APIs, whatever it is that you want. You analyze it in whatever detail that you want. What took 12 hours takes 30 minutes.
Yeah, and hopefully I can get that trade.
Yeah.
I literally, before you went in on your like explanation, like I was gonna say, like, wow, what a like amazing invention that's actually good, like, for the human race. And then at the very end of the article, it mentioned the insurance piece, and I was like, okay, that's why this exists. But then I didn't even have to mention that because you went in about this whole, and then you explained the actual commercial a reason for doing this.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't even have to say anything.
You can see right now there's a whole problem in South Florida now,
South
right?
Florida,
Where they're just getting ravaged by disasters year in and year out. Reinsurance is the big thing there now. That's what everyone there is investing in now because insurance companies can't cover the losses. Like they just did it. They didn't charge accurately for it, right? And I think that, depending on where you live, your insurance should reflect the potential disasters. Like you are spending millions of dollars on a home, you're investing in a home, and your insurance should reflect how risky it is that if your chances of losing your home to a natural disaster are 20x what it is anywhere else in the country, your insurance needs to reflect it. And tools like this will allow insurance companies to do that without chinsing you, actually. You know what I mean? Because right now they can just say whatever and you have no choice but to go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully when it becomes cheap enough, it's democratized. So like your insurance is giving you a rate and like you can go in and like pay for your own subscription to X Bellwether and be like, hey, like this is what I'm seeing. And so can your real estate developer as well, right? It's because right now the insurance company is the single authority. And whatever insurance gives you, you're like, all right, fuck it. Like, I mean, everybody already hates insurance. So
I'm wondering if it'll get even more nuanced in the sense of like they can predict like a good chunk of time ahead that they're like, okay, your insurance rate for this quarter is this much. Compared to this quarter, it's something else.
It's gonna absolutely
quarterly contracts.
It's gonna be dynamic instead of like static. It's gonna move. Absolutely. I think. I would hope, honestly, not even think, I would hope that happens where it's like, maybe at certain times of the year, like in the summer hurricane season, your insurance rates go up. And then when it comes to like December, non-hurricane season, your insurance rates go down. Yeah, dynamic insurance rates would be good. That's actually
even if they don't do it dynamic, at least they can at least they can accurately kind of reflect what the year is going to look like. And then maybe even just give you an averaged set rate for each month, but it reflects accurately what would happen throughout the year. Anyways, absolutely. Not to sit on this one for too much longer because I know we have some personal things that we want to get out of the way as well. But we could. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys was the Spotify revealed. So if you guys are still interested in doing this, I want to see if you guys can guess what some of the top 10s are or the top 5s even.
Taylor Swift and Kendrick Lamar are not like us.
There we go. Okay, so. Top global artists of 2024. So the most streamed artists globally in 2024. Is anyone? Do you guys want to go through like an entire 10, or do you want to just do the top five? Just do one.
Top 3 or one.
Top 3. We'll do top 3. Who do you guys think is third?
I don't know. Kendrick Lamar.
No.
Drake.
Chaperone.
Not Drake. Not Chaperone.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Male or woman? Male or
it's male.
Drake.
Bad Bunny.
No, not Drake. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is number 3. Number 2, also a male.
Drake.
No.
Kendrick Lamar.
No.
The Weeknd.
Yes.
Wow.
Number 1.
The Weeknd is bigger than Drake. I knew it.
The Drake is number 4. Okay. Yeah. Number 1.
Sorry. Number 1 is Taylor Swift.
Absolutely.
Let's go, Taylor.
Congratulations for another big year. Numbers 4 to 10 are Drake, Billie Eilish, Travis Scott.
Fuck them.
Peso Pluma. Kanye West is number 8.
Yeah, shout out to him.
9 is Ariana Grande still. And 10 is Feed. I don't know who Feed is. Anyways.
All right.
Songs. We'll just do songs and then we'll move on. Because like I don't want to. I think I don't want to really do albums either. Actually, no. Albums is interesting. I'll just mention the albums, but let's do songs. So, I don't know if you guys will be able to get any.
Midnight's Taylor Swift.
It is. Yeah. Let's just see if you can name anything on the top 10. Midnight's is not on.
Espresso.
Espresso is the number 1 most streamed song globally for 2024.
Yeah,
by Sabrina Carpenter. She was huge this year. I forget what it sounds like. Does anyone know?
You got to get out of your rock, man.
No, I know the Sabrina Carpenter chick.
Number 1 most streamed song.
But like, I don't think I've ever heard the Espresso.
You'll know it if you heard it.
Yeah, it's one of those like pop songs. Yeah.
Too Sweets is probably on there.
Too Sweet.
Hosier.
Yep. That's number 7. Actually,
Hosier still dropping music.
$1 Million Baby.
$1 Million Baby is not on the top 10.
What?
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us is not on the top 10.
What?
They're all pop.
Yeah. So
Midnight, Fortnite.
Fortnite is not on the top 10. Do you want to give
Good
any
Luck,
guess?
Babe?
Good Luck, Babe is
The
not
Door?
on.
Karma.
What?
that?
I've
Taylor Swift song?
I'll say the only song on this top 10 list that I actually listened to this year was Lose Control by Teddy Swims.
True, Teddy Swims is great.
Yeah. And that was a
That's why I
beautiful
said-
song. Beautiful
That's
Great
why I
song.
said
artist.
The Door, because I thought The Door would be
Yeah.
a more popular.
Number 5. Lose Control is number 5.
I don't even
Okay.
know what that is.
It's a great song.
Okay.
Anyways, so 1 to 10, Espresso.
Chaperone, it should be on there.
Chaperone is not on here, actually.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That means Sabrina Carpenter's like, I don't know, more listened to.
Yeah. Well,
The
yeah.
Chaperone, yeah.
Well, this is just one song.
Wait, go for it. Go for it.
So
go
number
for it.
2 is Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. Number 3 is Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish.
True.
Number 4 is Gata Only.
Yeah.
Like
makes
I know
sense.
this song actually. This
By who?
one's a real good song. It's by Floyd Manor and Chris MJ. It's like a DJ dance song. It's like Spanish. I'll listen. You've heard it. You've definitely heard it. End of Beginning by Djo is 6. I don't know, DJO. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Okay, that guy. Do you know? Do any of you guys know who that is?
No.
No.
Do you guys know Steve from Stranger Things?
No.
Really?
I don't watch Stranger
Oh
Things.
my
I
God.
watched Stranger
Nobody
Things.
hate me for
Who
that,
is he?
please.
Is he
Okay,
which kid?
he's the guy in that late season where he was like working in the ice cream shop with
Okay.
with the other.
I haven't watched the late season.
I
haven't
feel like
watched
I've
season
seen,
four.
He's from season 1
Yeah.
too, though.
Oh, okay.
He was Nancy's boyfriend
Uh,
at
Nancy
first.
was the daughter.
Yeah.
Okay, I think. What did he have? The sister?
Like he had a brother.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
he decided, okay, I don't want anyone to know who I am, and so he released as DJO.
Mm.
And it's that one song where it's like, when I'm back in Chicago, I
That's
feel
the end of the
it.
beginning. That's that
Yeah,
song.
that's that
Oh, wow,
song.
that's so popular. I
Yeah,
hear that
yeah.
all the time.
Where?
Online.
It's kind
on
of like an
Reels.
edit song.
Yeah.
Like it's
All of
it's
these
all
are
sad,
TikTok songs.
sad like edits.
Yeah, but he came up as an artist like
That's, wow.
just
That's
on
incredible.
DJO alone.
Great for him.
Yeah, great for him. So yeah, number 7, Luke got it. Too Sweet by Hosier. Number 8, One of the Girls by The Weeknd.
Ooh, the
This
Weeknd
is-
dropped music.
Yeah, Lily Rose Depp is on this song.
Really?
Yeah, pretty
Good for
interesting.
her.
Yeah. Number 9 is Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. That's the
cool.
only song she has in the top 10. And number 10 is Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Mr.
Wow,
Bruno
that
Mars.
came up like only last month.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's pretty impressive.
That's actually insane.
Yeah. Okay. We can do. I don't want to do
Just do the
albums.
top 3 albums.
No. I just want to point out that Taylor Swift has 3 albums on the top 10 global albums for 2024.
Makes sense.
Sounds about right.
3 albums.
She was on tour this year.
She was on tour, but these are like she didn't release 3 albums this year.
But
So
also
these
it's
are all
probably
albums from previous years as well.
Yeah.
it's also probably like stores playing them.
Yeah, because like she was on
Yeah.
tour. People want to listen to her songs
Yep.
while they're like, getting ready for the tour and stuff.
The number 1 most streamed album this year was Tortured Poets Department, the anthology.
Damn.
Number 6 was 1989. That's also Taylor
Still?
Swift.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 8 was Lover. Yeah,
Is that her album?
that's her album. Yep. Also on the list is Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter at number 3. Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish number 2. The Weeknd with Starboys at number 10. Still impressive.
Let's go.
It's a good album.
Great album.
Really, really
Classic
good album.
Yeah. Benson Boone at number 9, Fireworks and Rollerblades. SZA at number 7 with SOS. That one's not a new one either.
No.
That is great. That's insane. Ariana Grande number 5, Eternal Sunshine, and Carol G, Mañana Será Bonito.
Carol
At
G,
number
sexy.
4. Yeah, she's good.
So,
Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead,
it.
Luke.
so I was gonna say, in you doing this like end of year rap thing, I remember something that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if it was last pod or the pod before, but it's the Pornhub Wrapped for 2024.
Yes, let's
Do
do,
a top
it.
3, do it.
Let's do
The
it.
Pornhub Wrapped. So
Okay, first of all, this is just gonna be a clip right here.
Hey, here's what I'll say. First of all, I don't know if any of us knew this, but Pornhub actually has like Pornhub Insights. And Pornhub Insights actually publishes several papers every single year. So the one that was published before this one was they did like a report on the presidential election. Where like they broke down basically what people were watching by states during the presidential
During the
election.
yeah.
And
Wow.
like when people were watching the most and etc. So there's lots of different things in here. We can go through like maybe like changes in categories and things like this. I know like I'm kind of not in with it because I don't actually recognize some of these actresses that are the most.
Let's focus on categories.
Okay.
And important, like, significant events where people used a lot.
Okay, so I'll say this, like, the one that I actually wanted to talk about was the top relative searches by states in the US, because this was wild.
Okay.
But we can talk about categories first. Like, okay, so
Wait. First of all, what top categories?
Oh, fuck.
personally,
Well, all three of you, yeah, one.
Yeah.
personally,
Black,
well,
ebony.
like,
No, wait, like what we think it is.
Oh.
Yes,
I
yes.
saw it.
Wait. Okay. Edit that out.
No, that's in the clip. He said we're doing a clip.
So, I think there's like a lot of this like stepmom, stepsister, stepbrother
Incest?
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Incest.
So like something family
Yeah,
related.
family related.
Family
What do you
related.
think?
Shit. I think it could be. I think it could be anal. I think it could be anal, dude.
Okay.
You know, I feel like people are really into it.
Okay, so before I looked, my personal guess was lesbian.
Okay.
Right.
But the answer is number one, which rose 4 positions since last year, is MILF.
Ooh.
Number 2, which rose 2 positions from last year, is anal.
Oh.
Number 3, which dropped 3 positions, used to be number 2, was Japanese.
Okay.
Number 4, which dropped 3 positions, so was number 1, or sorry, was second, is lesbian.
Mm.
Number 5 is mature. And here's some interesting ones. What the top gainer of this year was French, which gained 12 positions.
You know, the last couple times I was like in New York for like a couple months last year, I encountered a lot of French people in New York.
Interesting.
I like in all the years before that, I had never noticed it that much. On the subway, I would hear them speaking French, and like from France too, not like Quebecois, like
Okay.
French people.
Insane. Okay.
No,
I
two
thought you were
other
gonna be
notable-
like last time I was on Pornhub, like
I saw somebody French title.
On my-
Last time I was on Pornhub, I
On
was
my main
watching-
page.
I was watching a French lesbian get anal.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
So, 2 other notable gainers were Brazilian and Public.
Hmm.
And 2 that dropped pretty substantially are Gangbang
Thank
and well, that's actually the only one that really dropped substantially.
God. Yeah.
I guess people are healing this year.
People
Yeah.
are healing.
People are
Everybody
healing
healed.
this year.
After
So-
all that Diddy shit, they're like, no more gangbangs.
Favorite time to watch porn? No, they're like general guess, like
12
Maybe they're like 2 a.m.
12, like
a.m. midnight.
Okay. Well, yeah, 12 a.m. is the highest watch time,
Okay.
followed by 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., and then followed by 10 p.m. And then the next highest, surprisingly, is 3 p.m.
What the fuck? That is why I will lie. As a
As a youth?
I'm not
Never
gonna
mind,
say-
because like Dolapo goes upstairs at like around 2
Yeah.
o'clock. He goes to shower.
Yeah, well, yeah, like between 12 and
I won't
so
lie,
the-
that's my time.
1.
So
I was
that-
gonna be like, yeah, I don't know. People from work might watch this, so I'm just gonna keep
So
my thoughts
what
to
do you
myself.
think is the average time per visit?
Like a minute and
No.
54 seconds.
No, I feel like a lot of people spend time like
Oh, like on a
curating
video or like per
On the
thingy?
website.
on the website.
Like,
I think like
exact
30
20
minutes.
minutes.
to
I'm
an
gonna
hour.
say 47 minutes.
I'm saying 20 minutes.
between 30 to an hour.
You guys are, it's 10 minutes and 30
Wow.
seconds.
The
I'm not
one-
gonna lie, 40 minutes is crazy.
Damn it, what you be doing on
Oh, sorry. So that's in the US. Globally, it's actually 9 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh.
That's all the one pump chumps.
It's
But
like
here-
the
here-
US is telling us the US is kind of indecisive. It's bringing the average up.
Yeah.
Here is one we need to actually. This is the thing I thought was extremely interesting, which I told Arya about. This is what brought up this whole topic. So this is called United States Top Relative Search. So it doesn't necessarily like measure like, you know, in this state are they searching the most in this. What it's actually searching is that like in this state this term is searched disproportionately more than any other state
term. Okay.
in the
any other state.
than any other state in the US. So it's
Okay.
not saying like this is the number one search, but it's saying like they are searching this way more than any other state.
Okay.
So
Cool data point.
there's a few interesting ones I wanted to bring up. The first one is Washington. So what do you think the
DC
top
or the state?
Washington state?
Okay.
What do I think they nudists? Like some hippie shit.
Okay, because there's a lot of these. I might just name a bunch of these, and you guys can
Spiritual.
comment
I
on
don't know.
spiritual. So in Washington, it's milking. In Oregon,
Wait, like milking, like the bestiality milking, or like fresh mother
no,
milking?
can't be.
Okay.
I think it's like women milk.
Yeah, let's just leave that alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
in Oregon, it's furry.
Oh,
It's like close to Washington.
okay.
Like compared to all the other states, just Oregon,
Yeah,
furry. Okay.
Wow.
California, it's friend's mom.
Sounds about right.
Sounds funny.
Friend's mom.
Friend's mom. Because it's like, so whoever's searching this has a fantasy about their friend's mom, right?
Absolutely.
But instead of going to get their picture, they're like, I'm just going to watch somebody else fuck their friend's mom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In North Dakota, it's lesbian strap-on.
Like,
In Iowa, it's work trip.
Oh, if anybody says I'm going on a work trip to Iowa,
no,
Be skeptical.
You Iowans out there.
Yeah, they leave
No
their
more business
city.
trips for you.
Yeah, they leave fucking Des Moines or
That's Illinois.
Oh yeah,
I think
My
it's
bad.
Illinois. Des Moines. I don't know.
Des Moines, Iowa, I think.
Is Des Moines, Iowa? I have no idea.
Yeah. All right, by the way, side.
In Wisconsin, it's pee.
Whoa.
In Ohio,
It
it's
is Iowa. Sorry, I
Yeah,
stand
let's
corrected.
go.
in Ohio, it's cuckold.
Uh-oh.
In Ohio,
It's cuckold.
the Bengals.
And West Virginia, it's fat women.
Interesting.
In West Virginia.
We love the inclusiveness.
It's fat women. In Pennsylvania, it's naked women.
Ooh, get straight to it.
And
Get
it's,
straight to it.
and then here's the two that like actually brought up this whole thing. In New York State,
Oh.
it's Turkish.
Right.
And in New Jersey State, it's Iranian.
What?
How funny and ironic is that? Like New York and New Jersey are neighboring states. Turkey and Iran are neighboring countries.
Really?
Yeah. How interesting is that?
This, I don't know. My mind
I need a
is
study
racing.
done.
My-
Someone needs to do a study.
Florida's was Cuba. This is what we talked about. It was Cubana.
Oh, Cubano.
Dude,
Yeah.
What about Georgia?
Georgia. Some of them don't have it if there's not enough.
Huh?
Some of them don't have it if they don't have enough.
No, Georgia definitely has to have it. There's
Yeah, like, I
enough
feel like-
horny people in Georgia.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I don't think Georgia has one.
Okay.
Okay, that sucks.
But yeah, Turkish and Iranian. Like,
yeah, I mean,
huh, okay.
I just thought it was cool, like for the juxtaposition of it all. But anyway,
Yeah, this was fun.
well, I wanna round off the episode, but before that, I don't know if you guys had any. This is a way to keep us accountable too on the show and give the listeners kind of a peek into our personal lives and what's going on in our heads, because we want to bring you along the journey with us. So you guys don't have to share, right? But if you do, really quick, want to mention a couple things you're looking to do for yourself in the new year or pay attention to. Don't have to go into too much detail, but so it's on recording, and we have a history of it, and we can keep each other honest. Is there anything you guys want to share before we kind of round it off?
I haven't really thought about anything specific, but I'm gonna share something that I was telling my friends when I went to our cottage recently, which is like I feel like 2024 was like a good year. But I feel like it was a year where I was kind of like playing to stay in the game. And I was kind of like thinking like, I want 2025 to be more intentional, and I want to like play to win. Like, I don't want to like make decisions from a defensive standpoint and like from a standpoint of like, I think this is a safe choice or is like a choice that will preserve my comfort. Like, I feel like my goal in 2025 is just to like not have things like comfort and fear be not like have it be a like a primary motivating factor in my decision making, and try to like play to win kind of is the key.
Love that.
Okay, great. Fuck. I want to say something stupid, but I'll end with that. Yeah, no, similar. I think 2025 probably most growth I've ever had personally. Best year probably personally as well. And I think going in at 2024, that was what it was. And then 2025, I think I just kind of want to continue on that and like double down and like just continue to grow. Like I think, and most of the growth I experienced, to be honest, was like emotional and like just becoming a more mature human being. And I think that kind of trickled into the other parts of my life. And so, like, I want to continue to grow emotionally. That involves buying presents for a lot of people. And also,
we're getting birthday gifts this year, Luke.
Yeah. Shut up. You guys get birthday gifts every year. Is this Christmas? No. Yeah. We're not going to litigate this right now.
No, we're not going to litigate this right now.
All right. But yeah. Okay. Next year, you'll definitely remember you got birthday gifts from me. Let's work on that. And 2025, I'm working on abs. Yeah, there we go.
We're working on abs.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes,
That's what he said.
get rid of your uncle gut.
Yeah,
get rid of your uncle gut.
abs are making a comeback in 2025.
I'm actually with you on
tuned.
that. I'll do abs.
Okay,
with
both of you, I better see it by July.
You will.
Don't fucking
By
give
July,
me a
no,
deadline.
by July is
Summer
nothing.
bod.
It's very reasonable.
Summer bod.
Well, you know what? Like,
First
I'm
of all,
not
Dolapo, you
bound-
can get abs in like 2 months with your physique right now. Like,
Facts.
you're not like that far off abs.
Facts,
You're
facts.
Tell that
abs
to
for
the
most of
chicken
your life.
drumstick sticking out of his stomach.
What the fuck?
No, I'm saying this isn't a hard goal Dolapo setting. I don't even think this is that hard for you.
What do you mean? I haven't had abs in like a year and a half.
Yeah, and you've had abs at every other point in your entire life.
All right.
And you haven't been dieting in the last year and a half. So.
Okay, guys, like these, you need friends that encourage you as opposed to telling
No, I
you
said
that your
I
goals
mean
are
set
easy.
higher goals for yourself.
If anything, I think you can make it by July.
Okay, all right, guys. Abs 2025, okay? Like, we'll figure
He
it
has
out.
12 months.
You'll get
Leave
abs,
him
you'll
be.
get abs.
He has 12 months.
12
He's gonna
months.
wait until like the last 2
I
months
think,
of the year.
I think the challenge should be you should get abs soon and keep it for all of 2025. I think that's the challenge.
Jesus
I don't think you
Christ.
getting abs at some point this year is hard at all.
I think great goals. We can move on now.
Getting roasted.
I think you should try. Yeah, I think like set a higher expectation for yourself.
Smart goals. Okay.
Commit.
I commit to it, man.
Arya.
Yeah, no, I think to like similar to D, like to end 2024, I made some really big lifestyle changes. And that affected my mood and the way I go about my day to day. And I really want to maintain that and continue. I don't want to revert back to old habits. So I think a big part of my 2025 is going to be not trying to fall into previous patterns, which has been some of my biggest downfall. So maintaining that consistency, keeping that going. I also want abs, I think,
There we
but
go.
I think number one, I want to use my benefits at work. I want to go get more massages. I want like all these benefits that I get, to take care of my body, and do all that. I want to actually do it and not be lazy about it. Like, dude, for the first time ever, I went to go see a doctor this year. You know what I mean? And it was like, and it was fine. It was great. You know what I mean? I want to be able to continue to do that. Go get checked up once a year. You know what I mean? Take care of my health. I think those are going to be my biggest things. And I want to learn a couple new skills along the way. I have a couple. I don't want to be too specific about them because they are subject to change. You know what I mean? I might choose a different skill at some point, but there's a handful of skills. I want to learn 2 new skills this year, even if it's just at an elementary level. And yeah, those are my goals for the year.
Very dope. Okay. Davin, anything to
Dan,
add?
what do you got?
Personally, like adding on to what you said, would be prioritizing mental health more. I think this past year I've been hit with certain things that I wasn't prepared for. And I think that like I've always had that situation where I was like, you know what, I will figure this out later. And when I have the right capacity to figure it out, I'll figure it out. So instead of like taking that mindset and being comfortable with that, kind of like what Luke was saying, just challenge that comfortability and really just dive into learning more about myself and how I can, react and learn from certain experiences.
Love that.
Awesome.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a phenomenal year. If you're still listening, you actually did stick with us from our large hiatus and our return in 2024. We can't begin to express, how grateful we are for everyone who's still listening. We've done a lot to kind of change the way the episodes look this year and how it feels. And, we've been really intentional with it. So the fact that you're here is great. It's appreciated. We promise you we're going to be doing more and better as the years come along. This is just the beginning of our journey. So it's been a great year. Thank you for being with us. And until next year.
One love, kids.
Peace.